All right. Well, welcome again, everybody. This is the third session of Canva training. We will be creating a flyer today with Nicole. And we can't wait to get started. So I'll hand it off to Nicole.
Thanks, Hessa. So today we're going to be designing a flyer using the Canva free version. So I've designed the focus around there. And we're going to really be talking about things that are for print marketing today. So we'll be combining some things we talked about the past couple of weeks. So I'm going to go ahead and, I need to share screen. Okay, so first we're going to get started by clicking the Create Design button. So you can search for the design type that you would like to work on, or you can input the custom size if you're looking for something specific and you know what you're looking for. So we're going to just go down because it's already in my drop down and click on Flyer, and this is going to be the portrait, so it'll be the regular 8.5 by 11 inch sizing. So also a good thing about Canva is you can upload a file that you already have that you've been using, and you can upload those files in PDF, Docs, PowerPoint, and Adobe Illustrator. So we're just going to work from the document that we have, the blank slate. So once we are working with a design, you can go over to the elements feature. So here I'm going to just start adding some elements to the graphic. What I'd like to do is break up some of the white space here. So I'm going to click on the element selection, and then I'm going to just scroll down here and let's see. I'm not seeing what I'm looking for just by scrolling. So I'm going to just cheat and go back up and go to our shapes. So I'm going to click see all, and I'm really just going to use some shapes to, like, again, break up some of the white space. So by clicking on the square here, I'm just going to put the square at the top, and I want it to kind of go off the page a little. So I'm going to extend it over, but then I'm also going to just minimize it so it creates the illusion of like a bar. And of course, the document has like a purple line or a feature around it. So that tells you what you're working on. So what I'm going to do is just slide it off. Now, of course, the part that's not showing on the design will not be printed, but this will give me the illusion of like just creating the space that I'm wanting to create here. So what I'd like to do is just really create some color, and I will focus on small business. Since this Saturday is Small Business Saturday, we're going to create a flyer telling folks about small business. So I'm going to add some text here. With this, I will add a heading, since that's going to be the larger of the font options. I'm going to need to move this back over just a little bit. So let me go back down here, move this over. And I'm going to double click to just change it. And I'm just going to put vendor events. And what I'm going to do is just minimize my text here, but I want it in all caps. And I'm just going to click on the bold. Let's see, bold. So forgive me if I go to a different area, because I'm used to using the Pro version. The Pro version has a lot of great features. I would encourage folks to just get the Pro version if you can, just to be able to have those extra features. So I want it to just look a little bit highlighted. So I'm going to just select the glitch here to just give it a little bit of an added texture to the background. And I might even want to change the colors of the font. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. And I will make it blue instead. Next, I'd like to upload a photo. And so one of the things about the feature for let's go back. When you're adding a photo, of course, you can look at the photos that are in the gallery of the Canva platform. But if you want to upload your own photos, so you can go to either the photos there, or you can upload. So we're going to upload a photo because we haven't done that yet. So we're just going to click upload. So again, I talked about the ways you can upload a photo through your social media accounts, your Dropbox or Google Drive or your Google Photos, or you could just upload one from your local device. So I'm going to click upload files here, and I'm just going to go to my desktop. I have a photo that I selected for this training. So I'm going to just click this first photo, and then it's going to upload to the file gallery. So one great thing about the Canva Pro, not to plug it, but you can remove background features of photos that you upload. And so it's telling me that here. And so that's why I'm bringing that up. So I just click on the photo and it pops into my document. What I'll do is make this just a little bit bigger so that you all can kind of see what's going on here. So I want to put my photo here on the page, but I think it needs a little bit of extra texture. So I'm going to go back to elements, and I'm going to go to grids or frames. I'm sorry, clicking on frames. I'm going to just choose the frame that I'd like to use in this case. There are many different options to choose from, but I want to make it look a little bit fancy. So I'm just going to click this one that looks like it's a rip of the page. Again, with the photos, you can hover over it and it'll just plug the photo right into the frame. And that's the beauty with the frame. When you use the frame, you can easily move around the whole photo and the frame at once. So I'm going to continue with this, and I want to be able to tell folks, as I said before in our last training, who, what, when, and where. So you want to be able to provide that information here. So you're going to just go to text, and of course you can make the text box as big as small as you want, but these are some quick ways to like add the text box using heading, subheading, or a little body of text. So I'm going to click add a little body of text. We can still add more lines by clicking that repetitively, or you can also just enter just like you would when you're creating a text box in like a Word document or something of that nature. So we want to give the who, and I will just say uplift tourism. And then of course we're going to give the date. And I'm just speeding through this, but just to give you the gist of how to get this done. And we're going to do some action work in just a bit here with the other group. So let's see, 23rd. And of course, you need to have the time here as well. So we're going to put the time in. And all right, so we got the text box, who, what, when, and where, and we might want to leave a location. So I'm going to just add location there. And that's just, of course, a placeholder. So what I want to really show you is that once you have everything in your text box, you can select all the text at once, and then you could maybe do an alignment. So if you want to do right, left, justification, or center, you could do that here. As you can see, my date is going a little bit further over. So I might want to just change this into the numbers, or I could just move it around. So we'll just put it, move the whole text box down here. Well, let's do it over here to the side. How about that? And of course, we want to change the color because this is pretty plain now. I will say once again, like there are some features that are not accessible, but you can really create, it's easier to create from templates in the free version. So just keep that in mind. All right, so I'm not going to focus too much on the actual document. Just a disclaimer, this is not the type of document that I would send out. I'm just trying to give you the tools to actually create the flyer and the context there. So once you've created the flyer, maybe you want to start a template for your flyers. You can go to share at the top, and then when you click template link, you can start a template for future designs, and anyone can access this document as a template. So what will happen is they'll get the link, they'll be able to use the design and edit the design. You won't know who's made copies or what has happened with the design, but this is a great way if you want to set up a document for your team to use and you want to share it with them, basically giving them some guidelines on what you want them to change and what you'd like for them to keep the same. So, and then also, of course, you can use templates feature when you're just looking to make a quick design and just change make a quick update to your template and change the dates over, as time progresses. All right. So when you're creating a document, and I'm going to switch here in just a bit to show a different feature of this, but when you're looking to print your flyers, you can do a couple things. Actually, let me take a step back really quickly. So when you create your flyer, if you click the add page feature, say you want your page to have your document to have 2 pages, front and back. When you click the second page and you modify that page, you will be able to then, once you get ready to print, you would be able to, let's just click on print. Let me go back. It's not doing it. Let's see. It may change. Okay, so here's asking you basically how you want this document to be printed. And, you could just select whichever document is close to the one that you're printing. It looks like it's not giving us the option for just a regular flyer. But we will just, for the sake of the explanation of this feature, I will just click on the closest thing to it, and we'll say it's a folded card. Let's just go with that. I'll just submit her since they're there. All right, so for this case, they're going to ask you to resize the design, and they're going to save a copy for you. So if you click resize the design, they will change it to fit the type of document that you've chosen. So it'll give you a preview, and you'll be able to choose what you want on the what pages you want printed, whether you want the outside and inside to be printed, the type of paper, and if you would like to include envelopes. So this did not go through with the example that I was previously planning to provide. So unfortunately, I can't share that with you with this document, but I'm just going to go back here. And if I want to find that original design, let's just on the fly here, want to find the original design, you can go to the home screen, and since it created a copy for you, you can just go back to that particular one. So we'll just go back to the flyer that we started, and then we'll just work on adding to this design. Okay, so we're back here. I'm going to go ahead and just delete that page. And just we'll work from this document. So one of the other things that I wanted to show with a printed document for publishing or print marketing is creating a QR code. So the QR code creation is very easy to do with Canva, and you can upload that image directly to the documents that you're working on. So what I'd like to do, I'm just going to move this because it's a little bit in the way here. So first, you would have to back out of your original design to create a QR code. So going to the home screen here, you're just going to click on Design Spotlight, and you're going to go over to QR code generator. So with the QR code generator, it's free for you to use it, even with the free version of Canva. So I'm just going to grab a link that I've already decided to use for today. And you're just going to copy that link and toggle back to the Canva screen and click Generate QR Code. So once you do that, it's going to pull up a dialog box and ask, if you want to use it in an existing design or use it in a new design. And I'm just going to check use it in an existing design, and then you're going to be able to select the project that you're working on. So we click that project. And then the dialog box for you to enter your URL populates. And you're going to just paste that into the URL, that field, and just click on generate code. Once it generates that code for you, it's going to just land right in your document, and then you could start using the document with that QR code. So you're going to just, put your QR code there, and you can change, minimize the size as you need to. Remembering that it's best to drag from the outside in when you are minimizing your code, so that you don't cut off any of the code for folks to be able to scan. So since we have our QR code created, we're going to just go back to designing our document. So clicking on the elements feature again, we need more color. So I'm just going to duplicate these gray boxes that I've created by clicking on, highlighting that gray rectangle now that it is rectangular shape, and then click duplicate. And I'm going to start just plugging these bars that I've created all over my document to just break up some of the white space. So one of the things that I like about creating these spaces for breaking up your background color is that you can just overlay your text over them. So as you can see right now, the text is not showing because it is hidden. So we need to just bring that to the front. This is the same type of feature that you would do when you are adding to a Word document. So you're just going to click on the three dots next to the bold icon, and then you're going to click on position, and you're going to bring that to the front. So as you can see, it's still a little bit too far over. So I'm going to just elongate my gray box here and put that text right over there. And so just positioning it, getting it to the place where I want it. But what I'm going to do now, since I want it to be on the right, I'm just going to click here and move it over. So see here, I'm going to highlight this, and I'm going to move it. Move it to the right. Oh, wait, hold on. It's not doing it for me. Let me go back. All right. So this is the beauty with Canva. You just get to play around until it does what you want it to do. Okay, so I've moved that over to the right. And of course, you still can't see it yet, but I'm going to make it look a lot easier to read in just a second. Just getting it how I want it, positioning my photo. And it looks like, this color is still too dark and it's not easy to read. So what you need to think about when you're creating a design that's going to be printed is the visibility of the text that you're using. So we want to make sure that this is going to be something that's legible. So we're going to go ahead and just change this color. Let's see. We're going to just also make it bold so it's a little bit bigger. And you can, of course, increase the size and just move around your QR code there. All right, so moving that, overlaying the text again, and making sure that because this is going to be printed, you want to make sure that your text is not too close to the edge. What Canva will do before you get ready to print is it will give you a proof, and it will allow you to see what your document will look like before it's printed. And then it will ask you to check over the document, and it will ask you to also fix any errors, and it'll show you what the errors are on the screen before you choose to print. Now, if you use the print feature with Canva. If you're printing it on your own, you'll just have to make sure once you download it to your computer or your device that all of the areas that you want to show will be showing. So let's see here. Let's make this a little bit bigger. And we're going to just highlight it and pull it out until we're ready and happy with it. One thing I will say about the using the features like the elements and the other parts that you're going to add, you want to make sure that they're not hiding anything once you get ready to print, especially if if you've used a template, because templates will have many different elements that are overlapping. All right, so we'll just add some more graphics to this image. I don't want to sound like a broken record, but it's going to be pretty limited. So going to photos, let's just add another photo. And we're gonna type in small business, and I've already have it here, so I'm gonna just click on that. Of course, there are many different photo images, and you can choose which ones are best going to relate to your event. However, if you want something that's really specific, if you want a man, if you want a woman, if you want a girl shopping or shopping bags, you can choose those things. So I'll just type in shopping bags here and just see what we get. Let's see, typing in shopping bags. And these are going to be all photos with like a realistic background. Sometimes you can get you can access cutouts, but that's something that may be on the Canva Pro feature. If you want, for those of you who were not on last week, if you want to determine what a pro photo would be, it's going to have a crown and it'll have pro here once you hover over it to see if you can use those or not for your design. So I was just still scrolling to find one that might work for this. And let me just try it. Sometimes if you add the word cutout to your search, it will show you all images that don't have a background. Those are ones that you won't have to worry about a background remover, because the background remover feature is specifically for Canva Pro, or it's actually Canva Pro education nonprofit users for that feature that it's available for. So let's see, these all have crowns. This one will work. So we want to just put that one in there, and we want to overlay this on our graphic. But again, like I mentioned before, you can flip it around. So let's just flip it so it's the opposite way, and we're going to put that here on our photo. Let's see. One thing that I like to do is add some color to my document. So as you can see right now, this whole document is highlighted, and we're looking at just the purple outline. So we're going to go down to the colors and just maybe pick something that's a little bit more, a little bit less white here for all the white space, just to give it a pop of color. Now, one thing that will happen when you're just trying to figure out what color looks best is you may have to change and move some things around. So we're going to just go with this one that's got a lighter gray gradient look, and we're going to just tap on that. So as you can see, it gives a lot more depth and texture to the document. The blue stands out just a little bit more, but I'm still not quite happy with that. So I'm going to just change the color to black, and I'm just showing you the many different ways that you can manipulate your document. It's going to take you some time to get it to where you want. One thing I do like about Canva is once you change the color one place, it'll ask you if you want to change it all over. So let's go ahead and just change it all over. And I think what I'd like to do is move this over to this side of the page. And I'm going to move this up just a tad more. All right. So one more thing I'd like to show with the document is when you are using a document, and say maybe you're using this PDF in multiple places. So if you're using a PDF and you want to use the PDF in an email, you can also link to the site that you want the person to go to. So maybe they don't know how to scan a QR code, or you want to give them many options. You can just choose to link the document. The important thing to note is that the PDF link will only work in an email or embedded in like a website. It won't work if you're, of course, on social media and you try to upload the flyer. So just keep that in mind. So what we're going to do is just go ahead and upload the link. And I know it's pretty busy on my screen right now, so I'm going to just close that so everyone can really see what's happening with this. So I'm going to grab my link again and just highlight it and copy it here. And this is just for educational purposes. So I know that the link doesn't match. But when you want to add a link to your document, let's see. All right, so you can just click on the space that you want to link, and you're going to right click. I'm sorry, not right click. You're going to click on the link that pops up once you select your text, and you're going to just drop that in there. And it's going to give you a preview of what that website is, and you can just click enter. So you'll see that it'll tell you that the link was added, and you'll also see a line under the text that you chose to link to. So once you have downloaded this as a PDF and you're attaching it in your email, you will be able to click that link and it will take you to the external website that you want your folks to go to. So again, that's just an added touch for flyers when you're using a dual role for them. Maybe you don't want to create multiple flyers for two different things. The QR code, of course, is great for documents that you're going to print because people can scan them. Sometimes we have folks put their QR codes on social media with the thought that folks can scan, and most times that person would have to scan from another device. So just remember that when you're using QR codes, they're better for print marketing and things that will be in the hands of your customers or your audience that you're trying to reach. Okay, so that is all for the creating a flyer tutorial. Real quick overview of just some of the highlights of creating a basic flyer with Canva, the free version. If you have any questions about this flyer creation or what to do when you're creating a flyer, please reach out to Uplift by email, and they will contact me and we can set up a one-on-one session. Thank you.